How easy is it to travel with your pet in Mexico? Let's go find out. Hey guys, we're two gay expats. I'm Trey.
I'm Andy, and this is Patty.
We are traveling today from Cancun to Mexico City on to Huatulco as we head to Cipolite today, our favorite gay beach town in Mexico. We usually fly Volaris, but today we're gonna give Viva Aerobus a try. Both of these airlines are super pet friendly, which we love. They have priority access lanes if you're traveling with your pet, so it really smooths out the process on your travel day. Here in Cancun, it's amazing. There's this beautiful park where we are right now, so there's plenty of time after you check in with your pet to come outside for a last minute walk before you head out to your flight. There's not a huge line today, but when there is, it's a huge plus to have Express. That was easy, there was no line. We handed over Patty's vaccine records and our pet passport, but before we had the pet passport, we just used a piece of paper and that was totally fine. The agent put a little tag on Patty's carrier, and now we are off to the lounge for some breakfast.
We're ready for our first two flights today. Nearly every flight in Mexico connects through Mexico City. For takeoff and landing, interestingly, your pet has to be at a window, even in the first row. We didn't even choose seats for this flight and totally lucked out. We're loving our first Viva Aerobus experience so far.
On arrival in Mexico City, if you are coming from the US or other international destinations, you will want to declare your pet just as you pass through passport control. On the right, you will see some green AstroTurf, and that is the office where you declare your pet. Sometimes you'll see other pet owners there with their pets waiting on the AstroTurf, but just wait your turn, and then it only takes about 5 or 10 minutes. The agent will greet you, fill out your paperwork with your vaccination records, do a once-over on your pet visually, and then she will give you a health certificate from the government that is good for, I think, 5 or 10 days, and then you are on your way. If you are connecting in Mexico City, there's not a great spot to take your dog outside, but if you exit the airport and take the elevated walkway over the busy arrivals and departures road, you'll go into the neighborhood across the street, and that's the best place to take your pet out. In Cancun, as we've shown you, there's also the dog park right across the street. So that's a very easy one. Puerto Vallarta also has an easy pet relief area just to the left of the main terminal. It has a giant sign as well, so that's a super easy one. So there are a lot of great spots at the airports here in Mexico for pet relief.
One pro tip, if you're traveling with your pet as a couple, you'll want to be sure to know whose name is associated with your pet. I took Patty out for the first time when we were traveling through Mexico City, and you were enjoying a beverage in the lounge, an adult beverage, and we were gonna board soon.
Yeah.
And I tried to get through security, and they said, oh, no mascota, no mascota. They were looking at my boarding pass, and as it turned out, the mascota was on your boarding pass.
Right. And
you had to try to find me?
And we almost missed our flight back because I had to go out to take them both back through, both Andy and Patty, because my boarding pass had mascota on it. So that was, definitely a pro tip, is to make sure whoever is planning to take your pet out when you're connecting, make sure they have the documentation on them. Because we thought, oh, I'll carry all of our bags and stuff and just stay in the lounge so that when he comes back through security, he has very little stuff on him. Yeah. That didn't play out as we expected.
And now I take my adult beverage out with Patty and we get to enjoy the lounge.
Yeah. We also didn't know how pet-friendly the lounges would be in Mexico, and so now we've been to a few lounges, both in Tijuana and in Mexico City, and we have a really funny story about our first experience in Mexico City's lounge. We looked up Priority Pass to see if they had any lounges. We're like, great, I think it was called the Grand Elite Lounge in Mexico City. So we sneak Patty in because we had a few hours to kill, and one of the drink servers comes over and she's like, Pero? And I was like, no Pero. And she's like, I was gonna bring water for your dog. And I was like, oh, Pero, dog, yes, we have a dog. So it was a funny story. We were trying to smuggle her, but now you can just bring her in and not even worry about it.
Very pet friendly.
It's so pet friendly. We absolutely love Mexico. A few additional things to note. The Spanish word for dog is Pero, and for pet, it is mascota. With respect to pet fees on Viva Aerobus, it is 949 pesos, or just under $50 for an in-cabin pet fee.
For international, we've flown with Patty round trip to Mexico from the US on both Volaris and American. International in-cabin pet fees are about $125 for both carriers.
And if you're traveling internationally, the airlines require a good health certificate from your vet. And for Volaris, you will need one within 5 days of travel. And this is important to note on your return to the US, as we didn't realize that you needed one on the return as well. We thought our original health certificate leaving the US would be fine from our vet in the US, but no, you need one when you leave Mexico as well within 5 days. And of course, we didn't have a vet in Mexico at that time. So we emailed our vet, actually we called and emailed our vet as we were standing at the boarding gate and they were denying us boarding to get another health certificate date put on the original health certificate we had from our vet in Chicago. So it's good to know to just have that ready to go and already have your vet notified that you're gonna need that, because it's really critical. Alternatively to getting a good health certificate from your vet in the States and having them email it to you before you board to leave the country, there are numerous vets here in Mexico you can go to and just ask for the good health certificate, and for a nominal fee, they will ask for your vaccine records, they'll put it all on a piece of paper in Spanish and in English generally, and then you will have it ready to go for your flight back to the States.
A lot of people ask us how hard it is to bring your pet back into the United States. And we both have global entry, and we went through customs with our piece of paper that printed out, and the customs officer looks at it and says, "What did you check yes to?" And we said, "Oh, our dog." And he says, "You have a dog?" And we hold up our pet carrier and he's like, "There's a dog in there?" And he said, "Does she have her vaccinations and are they up to date?" And we said yes, and he just waved us on through. It was really easy.
Super easy, easier than Mexico. In Mexico,
Mexico was pretty easy.
Mexico was pretty easy, only took 5 or 10 minutes, I think, but in total, but we definitely had them review our records and put them on another piece of paper on a little certificate that we had to take with us. But yeah, it was so easy in the US. We loved it. We'd also love to hear about your experiences traveling to or from Mexico with a pet, so please drop those in the comments below. We'd also love to hear any funny stories that you have. We made it to Huatulco. We are just, pro tip, when you get to Huatulco and you're heading to Zipolite, head out the pedestrian exit, and the taxis are way cheaper just across the street at the Pemex station, so that's where we're headed now. Patty's already done her business. There's grass right outside the airport. We love when that happens, makes it so easy. Well, we made it to Zipolite on the gorgeous Oaxaca coast. We're super excited to be back. It's quite possibly the most pet-friendly place in all of Mexico.
Well, we get a lot of questions about taking Patty throughout Mexico, and she even has her own Instagram, Belly Rubs No Barks.
And she is a rescue. She's about 5 years old. Andy got her in San Francisco just before we met. And yeah, we get a lot of questions because she still looks like a puppy, but she is not. She's like, what did I say, between 5 and 6 years old, we think. But yeah, she loves the beach here. And we didn't know the first time we brought her if she would get in the water, but she totally does, and it's really fun. Well, that's it for our video on traveling with your pet, both domestically and internationally here from Mexico. We know this video is a little different than most of the ones in the past, so we are hoping to add a travel resources section on our blog.
We thought it might be helpful if you are coming to visit Mexico or if you are moving to Mexico to have some practical resources on our website. You can check it out at twogayexpats.com.
We'll also be sure to add some documentation that we've used to travel with Patty around Mexico. Always a good idea, though, to double check the airline's pet policies in case anything's changed after we post this video. Before we wrap up this video with some bloopers footage, it would be awesome if you could smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, follow us on social media at 2GayExpats.
Now let's roll the bloopers reel.
Hey guys, we're 2GayExpats. I'm Trey.
And I'm Andy.
Do we have a dog?
Oh, shit.
Okay.
A lot of people ask us how hard it is to bring your pet back into the country. And we both have global entry, and you check yes or no whether or not you have certain things.
Yeah. We hope you enjoyed those funny reels as much as we did. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Hasta luego.